Life is unpredictable. We go about our daily routines, often unaware of the lurking dangers. One minute, everything is normal. The next, chaos erupts, shattering the calm. Accidents happen in the blink of an eye, often without warning. They strike when we least expect it. They leave behind destruction, heartbreak, and a chilling reminder of our mortality. The aftermath is often devastating. From freak accidents to human error, the world is full of dangers. Every environment holds its own risks. And sometimes these terrifying events are caught on camera, providing a raw, unfiltered glimpse into the fragility of life. These recordings are both shocking and educational. These recordings serve as a stark reminder of the importance of safety and the need to be prepared for the unexpected. They highlight the necessity of vigilance. They also offer valuable lessons about the dangers that lurk around us. Education and awareness can save lives. Join me as we delve into the top 10 most shocking accidents ever captured on film, exploring the circumstances, the aftermath, and the profound impact on those involved. Each story is a testament to human resilience. Hold on tight, because some of these stories will leave you breathless. The reality of these events is both gripping and sobering. The thrill of skydiving, the adrenaline rush of freefall, it's an experience many crave. But for one group of friends, a skydiving trip turned into a nightmare. Their plane, soaring high above the earth, malfunctioned shortly after takeoff. Panic ensued as the pilot struggled to regain control. The skydivers, strapped into their harnesses, faced a horrifying choice: jump into the unknown or stay with the doomed aircraft. They chose to jump, praying their parachutes would deploy. For some, the gamble paid off. For others, their chutes malfunctioned, sending them plummeting towards the earth at terrifying speeds. The impact was devastating. The survivors were left with physical and emotional scars, forever haunted by the memory of that fateful day. Trains, symbols of industrial might, can become instruments of destruction when things go wrong. Their immense power and speed, which usually serve to connect cities and people, can turn deadly in an instant. In a bustling metropolis, a packed commuter train began its daily journey. The station was filled with the usual hustle and bustle as commuters boarded the train, eager to reach their destinations. Passengers, lost in their thoughts, were unaware of the impending disaster. Some were reading, others were engrossed in their phones, and a few were simply gazing out the window, oblivious to the danger ahead. Unbeknownst to them, the train's braking system had malfunctioned. A critical component had failed, rendering the brakes useless and setting the stage for a catastrophe. As the train picked up speed, hurtling down the tracks, the conductor realized the horrifying truth. He couldn't stop the train. His face turned pale as he frantically tried to regain control. He sounded the alarm, a shrill wail that pierced the air, but it was too late. Passengers looked up in confusion and fear, their serene journey shattered by the sudden realization of danger. The runaway train, a steel behemoth, barreled through stations, unable to slow down. It sped past platforms, a blur of metal and noise, as people watched in horror. The crash, when it came, was deafening. The impact was so powerful that it shook the ground, sending shockwaves through the surrounding area. Carriages derailed, twisting metal and shattering glass. The once orderly train was now a scene of utter devastation. The aftermath was a scene of chaos and carnage. Emergency responders rushed to the site, their sirens wailing as they began the grim task of searching for survivors. Rescue workers toiled tirelessly, pulling survivors from the wreckage. Their efforts were heroic as they worked against the clock to save as many lives as possible. The accident served as a grim reminder of the importance of infrastructure maintenance and the devastating consequences of its failure. It highlighted the need for rigorous safety checks and the constant vigilance required to prevent such tragedies. Bridges, marvels of engineering, connect us across bodies of water. But what happens when these structures fail? A suspension bridge, a symbol of progress and connectivity, became a scene of unimaginable horror, a perfect storm of factors, including design flaws and inadequate maintenance, had weakened the bridge's structure. On a busy afternoon, as cars and trucks rumbled across its span, the unthinkable happened. The bridge began to collapse. The roadway crumbled, sending vehicles plummeting into the water below. Screams filled the air as the structure buckled and twisted, snapping cables like thread. The collapse sent shockwaves through the nation. Rescue efforts were hampered by the sheer scale of the disaster. The tragedy highlighted the crucial need for rigorous infrastructure inspections and the importance of learning from past mistakes. Section 5, Helicopter Crash, Carnage, a scene from a nightmare. Helicopters, nimble machines that dance in the sky, offer a unique perspective on the world. They glide effortlessly, providing breathtaking views and a sense of freedom that few other modes of transport can match. But their agility can't always defy the laws of physics. The very elements that make them so versatile can also turn against them in an instant. During a routine aerial tour, a helicopter carrying tourists experienced a catastrophic mechanical failure. What began as a serene journey quickly turned into a desperate struggle for survival. The pilot, battling to maintain control, fought a losing battle. Despite his best efforts, the situation grew increasingly dire. The helicopter, once a symbol of freedom and adventure, spiraled towards the ground. Its descent was rapid and uncontrollable, a terrifying plunge from the sky. The passengers, strapped into their seats, could only watch in horror as the earth rushed towards them. The impact was devastating, a violent collision that shattered the tranquility of their journey. The wreckage, a mangled heap of metal and fire, served as a stark reminder of the unforgiving nature of gravity. The once proud machine lay in ruins, a testament to the fragility of human engineering. The tragedy sent shockwaves through the aviation industry, prompting investigations and renewed calls for safety improvements. It was a somber reminder that even the most advanced technology is not infallible. Section 6, Highway Pileup, Horror Chain Reaction of Chaos. Highways, arteries of modern life, can quickly transform into death traps. On a foggy morning, visibility was low, and drivers navigated the highway with caution. But caution wasn't enough to prevent disaster. A chain reaction, triggered by a single vehicle losing control, set off a horrifying pileup. Cars and trucks, unable to stop in time, slammed into each other with bone-jarring force. The air filled with the screech of tires, the crunch of metal, and the screams of terrified motorists. The pileup stretched for miles, a mangled tapestry of steel and glass. Emergency responders faced a scene of unimaginable chaos. The accident served as a stark reminder of the importance of safe driving practices, especially in hazardous conditions. Factories, hubs of industry and production, can become infernos in an instant. At a chemical plant, a seemingly insignificant malfunction triggered a catastrophic event. A small fire ignited by a spark or a leak quickly escalated into a raging inferno. The plant, filled with flammable materials, became a tinderbox. The explosion, when it came, was deafening. A shockwave ripped through the facility, sending debris hurtling through the air. Workers caught in the inferno ran for their lives. The lucky ones escaped with their lives, but many were not so fortunate. The disaster highlighted the importance of workplace safety regulations and the need for regular inspections to prevent such tragedies. Cruise ships, floating palaces of luxury and leisure, promise unforgettable vacations. But for the passengers of one ill-fated liner, the dream turned into a nightmare. A combination of factors, including rough seas and possible human error, led to the unthinkable. The ship began to capsize. Panic ensued as the once majestic vessel tilted precariously, sending furniture sliding and passengers scrambling for safety. Lifeboats were deployed, but not everyone made it out in time. The ship, once a symbol of opulence, vanished beneath the waves, taking with it the lives of hundreds of souls. The disaster sent shockwaves through the maritime industry, leading to stricter safety regulations and a renewed focus on crew training. Air shows, spectacles of aerial prowess, draw crowds eager to witness breathtaking maneuvers. But the pursuit of thrills can come at a deadly cost. During an air show, a seasoned pilot pushed his aircraft to the limit, performing daring stunts that left the crowd in awe. But something went wrong. The plane, a blur of motion against the blue sky, lost control. It spun out of the sky, a terrifying spectacle of metal and fire. The crowd watched in horror as the plane crashed into the ground, erupting in a ball of flames. The tragedy served as a grim reminder of the risks associated with aerial acrobatics and the importance of meticulous planning and execution. These shocking accidents, captured on camera for the world to see, serve as stark reminders of the fragility of life. They highlight the importance of safety, preparedness, and the need to respect the inherent dangers that exist in our world. Whether it's a split-second decision behind the wheel, a routine maintenance check, or a moment of distraction, our actions have consequences. By learning from these tragedies, by demanding better safety regulations, and by promoting a culture of awareness, we can strive to prevent future accidents. Let these stories serve as a wake-up call, a reminder to cherish life and to never take our safety for granted, because sometimes the difference between life and death is a matter of sheer luck.